What's going on, guys? It's Jake here, and today we are going to be repairing this 3DS XL. It has a bad bottom screen. Let me just show you real quick. I bought this locally. There's a GameStop in my There's a local game store in my area that I'm friends with the guy that works there, and he sold me this for really cheap because it's broken, and I tend to fix things around here. So this $100 price tag is inaccurate, but I'm gonna leave it for now. We've got a new screen right here, and sorry if the mat's a little gross because I was just working on some very gross, what's it called? Controllers, that's what they're called. But we're just gonna jump right in here. I guess this is a little tutorial. I wasn't planning on it being a tutorial, but I'm probably not going to be doing any cuts, so I guess it can't be a tutorial because you're going to see all the steps. Let me just zoom in here. So you just need to do those two screws right here, and then I'll pop off the back plate. There'll be little tabs where you can put your fingernails in to pop it off. Then there's one screw at the top. These are all smaller Phillips head screws. If you don't have the iFixit toolkit, I highly recommend you get one if you're going to be doing these regularly. If not, you can find little screwdrivers on places like Amazon. Like, I have a million of them. But, ooh, lost one there. But, yeah, those things are really all you need to get in here. I believe all the screws are the same size Phillips head, so you don't have to worry about any specifics. Like, you don't need multiple different screwdrivers, which is nice. There's two right there with the one on top, and then there's two down in the corners here. When I reach across the screen, it's because I am putting my screws on a little area that has them all separated, so I know which one goes where. And then the last two screws are actually hidden underneath the rubber feet. If you're ever taking anything apart that doesn't have like a teardown guide online for, if you're wanting to tear something apart like that, literally just look for any screw post that you could find, and if it's still not opening up once you think you've taken everything off, there's probably some screws hidden underneath rubber pads like that, or even just like plastic pads. So that is all the screws for this, and I should be able to just lift up very carefully because there are ribbon cables that are attached to this back plate. Maybe you need to pop this. I've only ever done this once, and it was to check this out before. Why isn't this popping up on this side? Oh, probably because there's an SD card in there. And yeah, thankfully these are like the nice ribbon cables that don't usually tear when you pop off the back, but they can still tear, so be very careful. I was very lucky. And from here, we're just going to take apart all these different screws. There are a lot of them, so pay attention. We'll start with the gold ones. It doesn't really matter which order you unscrew them in. If you see a screw, you're probably gonna have to unscrew it just to get to that LCD screen. But it's a pretty simple job, honestly. There are definitely more complex handhelds and consoles out there, but generally, to get to the bottom half is not that hard. Opening the top half of this is a nightmare. There's so many ribbon cables, and it can be very challenging because these ribbon cables tear very easily. I have torn a camera on the 2DS, one of these guys. I will be doing a video on that one. very shortly. I'm actually going to record it right after I'm done with this. But yeah, I'm just kind of rambling, and I don't really know exactly what I'm doing here. With the talking, I should say. I know what I'm doing with the repairs, but I've been wanting to get back into YouTube, but as you may know, I've been repairing consoles like this, and I have also been running a business, so it kind of goes in tandem with the repairing consoles. But Retro Remastered is my business, and I mod and refurbish consoles, and I've been doing it for the past 8 months now. I've been pretty successful with it, but it takes up a lot of my time, so this is all you're gonna have to do to take that off. Just pop that off. I will continue my thought in a moment, but you're just gonna want to start popping all of these tabs on these different things. Actually, I'm gonna leave that in. This is the slider. You should just be able to pop that up. And then I'm actually going to leave that one in as well. Then I'm going to pop that off. And then this is just the microphone, which you can peel up like that, and you can leave that one plugged in as well. And then you just slowly lift up. I forgot about these corner things. These are just pieces of plastic. I don't even really know what their purpose is, but you should, well, probably want to unplug these ribbon cables, which once you lift the tabs, they should come out very easily. But still be very careful, because ribbon cables like these tear way too easily. Ooh, and this pops right off just as well. Wow, yeah, don't follow this as a tutorial. But there we go. We are now in, and all we have to do is I'm going to lift this up a little bit, that hinge part. And I'm just pressing on the screen because this is a bad screen. Try and get your fingernail under a corner, but thankfully I just cut my fingernails, so they're nice and short. But lift that up, and here's your LCD screen. It's just two little ribbon cables there, one for the backlight and one for the screen. Put that off to the side, open this up, and very well packaged. I got this from Amazon for 20 bucks. You can find it cheaper other places online like eBay and AliExpress, which I would recommend buying from there. I just didn't want to wait any longer because I really just want to get this fixed and sold. I don't know how well my camera's going to focus today because I haven't been looking at it. But I'm going to take this canned air here. I'm just going to blast it a little bit. And then I'm going to take the screen and I'm going to peel off the plastic protective layer, maybe. And then we're just going to go ahead, drop it into place here. Make sure you get these little metal tabs on the outside. And then it should just snap into place. Oh. Do these go around it? I've never done this part before. I've never gone this far before. I feel like this was supposed to come out with the screen. Maybe. No? I am so confused right now. Yeah, I think that was supposed to come out with the screen. Can I? God, this is very stupid. Do not follow this as a tutorial, because I am going to take this off. because for whatever reason, mine didn't come off with it. Take this, blow this off real quick, and then let's try this again. Now that should just drop into place. Lightly press it down if it doesn't go in. I don't know why I'm still acting like this is a tutorial. Do not follow this. What I did was probably pretty stupid. And we're gonna go ahead and set this all back in nicely. Press this back in. Then we'll start putting these ribbon cables back in. Maybe. There we go, there's one. It's very difficult not to do this where I don't completely block it with the camera. So, and I know that's kind of like half the fun for you guys is watching me put this in. I know it's what you come to my channel for. Come on, baby. There we go. And then we'll do one more here. Thankfully, these are brand new ribbon cables, so they're really hard to bend. Don't actually crease them. When I say bend, I'm just wanting them to go the certain way. For the love of God, go in. Okay. While I'm struggling here, oh, there we go. Okay. Whew! We did it. Oh, okay. But I'm trying to work on videos again, like I was starting to say before, but not much time on my hands to do that. Mainly because editing just takes a lot of time, and time is money, and I do not have a lot of time to work on things like this. Like, I can record a lot a lot of time to record, because I can record and work on things like this at the same time. This doesn't take me very much extra time to set up the camera and then start working. Instead of this, normally I would just not have the camera set up and I wouldn't talk to myself. But oh, come on, Mike, go back in there. There you go. But yeah, I mean, that's essentially all YouTube is talking to yourself and pretending like you're talking to other people. Okay, now none of this wants to go in the right way. That should eventually work, right? Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, let's just start putting screws back in here. I am just all over the place. This is an accurate depiction of what I'm like in real life. I'll start a story and then I'll go on a tangent, and then I'll go on another tangent off of that first tangent and continue, and then an hour or two later I'll eventually make my way back to what I was originally talking about. Just ask my family. But I want to make more videos, don't have time to edit, and I'm putting the screw in the wrong place, but they're all the same size screw, so it doesn't matter. And since I don't have time to edit, I was just thinking, oh, well, I can just make a long uncut video that I talk the majority through, so it's not super boring. Or maybe you just think I'm crazy now after watching this entire video, but yeah. Again, don't know really where I'm going with this one, but I think I'll still make more YouTube videos. I don't know if that's the right hole. I don't know if I was. I'm gonna try and take it out here. I think I might have just screwed into a button there. That's all right. These are machine screws. There you go. That's much better. But yeah. Again, wow. I lose. I could never get on a train because I lose my thoughts all the time. What am I saying? I don't know. I'm just gonna cut to the end here. Jeez. Hopefully my mic's died because I haven't charged it since the last time I did a video. Oh my god. Okay, I probably did cut somewhere in there because I was spewing nonsense, but yeah, I'm just kind of rambling. So, TLDR of this, I want to get back into YouTube, and so my way of doing that is majority of my videos, they're going to be doing more repairs like this. I really do enjoy doing repairs, and yeah, so if you want to see stuff like this, subscribe if you're new here. But honestly, I have almost 2,000 subscribers at this point, and majority of them don't watch my content. That's the power of shout-outs from communities that aren't in your niche, which I'm very thankful for the shout-out I got. But it kind of did make it so I look more successful than I am on YouTube. But I've never really taken YouTube serious enough for it to really matter. So, but I do want to get back into YouTube for the 18th time that I've said that in this video. And I am trying to at least start recording more of the repairs I do, but a lot of the time I buy stuff and they're not actually broken, and then it's like, oh, well, I can't make a video on this because it's not broken. And all I do is end up cleaning it, which I will clean this later. You know what? I'll just clean this for the end of the video so I can continue to talk. That's not right either. Okay. You know what? I don't need the back on for this. Plus, I probably want to put the battery in. Oh boy. Let's test this out. And here we go. Boom. Touchscreen seems to work. There we go. It was a little laggy there for a second, but I don't know what this is. Dinosaur Office? Interesting. Oh, well, we get to go back in and fix the stick. That's awesome. Awesome. Well, can't make this up. This is just quality entertainment right here. But, yeah, I feel like I can get away with not editing videos like this because there actually are some people out there that enjoy the unedited versions of videos like these, because like you get to see more of, I don't know, you get to see all the mess ups and stuff. I even forgot a screw because it's black on black, and so I can't really see it. I would point the camera over there, but my camera's kind of locked in position right now. And that's, yeah, that's that. I still want to eventually do more edited videos, but when you just don't like editing like me, it's hard to want to edit. So the nice thing about this repair here is all we have to do is unscrew this, and then we have to make sure that the slider will line up with the stick. Actually, we're gonna have to rotate this because it is an oval shaped hole with an oval shaped peg. And once we line up those holes, it should slide in nice there. Then we're gonna open it up. Not gonna show it because that would be really hard, but it is in fact in position. Going to hold it down so it doesn't lift up and lose its position. Got one screw down, so that's good enough for me. And got the other screw. And there we go. 3DS XL is fixed. Just gotta put all those screws back in. Maybe. But there are people that I watch on YouTube that do this kind of stuff. Like Mako, I think that's how you say his name. And there's another guy that I don't know how to say his name. But he's pretty cool too. They're both cool. And they don't do a ton of editing, or they do no editing. I will link them both down below if I remember to. If I don't, please tell me in the comments to link them. Because even though you probably already know them if you're watching my channel, to the two people that don't know them, that want to watch them, they can watch them. That was supposed to come with my screw. And I remembered the top screw this time. And there we go. I will actually remember to put the battery in this time. There we go. Put the SD card back in, because it will yell at me if I don't. I will. So with these, it has these, oh, it's been a little off center for a while. Awesome. These tabs just slide into these holes right here. And then press down pretty much everywhere. They're not super satisfying clicks. Some of them are, most of them aren't. And then just screw that back in. Screw that back in. Put the little rubber pieces back in the holes. And it is fully assembled. Slider works. Turn on the power. Boom. There we go. And it's working. I don't have, wait, I think I do. Yeah. My test copy of Zelda. I don't know what Zelda game it is because I'm not a huge Zelda fan. Link Between Worlds. There you go. 3D works. Volume works. Yep. There you go. Does the brightness go up at all? There we go. And I just double tapped home like I was gonna swipe out of my apps. And we will turn this off. And we're gonna clean it real quick. If you have no interest in this part of the video, then I'm not gonna be offended if you click off. But yeah, this is probably how my videos are gonna go. Hopefully I will get better about my talking points and stuff. But yeah, what I do for cleaning, it's the same thing every time. I have isopropyl alcohol here. This is 70%, but I try and get anything higher than 70%, but it's kind of hard to do with these uncertain times, as everybody calls it. And yeah, so with things like the handhelds, I will spray it on a paper towel, because I've actually ruined some screens on the DS lights that I work on by spraying it directly on the console, and then it seeps through, and it's not a fun time. So you do it on the paper towel and it gets it just as clean, and it's not going to be soaking wet. I'm going to open it up, I'm going to spray it a little more. And there's like a little bit, I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of hard to tell because of the black, but there's a little bit of like leftover alcohol. It doesn't go on completely dry, but it's not gonna hurt anything. But I'm gonna run my fingernail along the edges of the screen with the paper towel in between, and you can see just a little bit of dirt. Maybe you can see it, I don't know. And this is a relatively clean 3DS, thankfully. I have had a lot of not very clean things in my time of cleaning anything. But there's some dirt in the power here. I don't know. Doesn't get much zoomy than that. And it doesn't want to focus. There we go. Probably will unfocus as soon as I look away, like right now. But I just run my needle nose tweezers. I don't know if that's what you actually call them or not. But I just light, like ever so slightly, I wouldn't even call it a scrape. I just run it through the outlines. And then I'll take my handy dandy toothbrush and I'll spray the toothbrush. I'm doing that off camera so I don't get it on the console itself. Do a bunch of circular motions up and down, left and right, anything you can imagine, any angle, whatever your dentist recommends, and I wipe it down, and that dirt in there is mostly gone, if not totally gone. I'll actually take that toothbrush, just run it along these buttons here because they have a bunch of indents as well. So we'll actually zoom back out here because we don't need that much or that close. And then I'll even do it along the edges like I did with my fingernail. And there we go. Wipe it down again. Then we can do the back, because I haven't done the back yet. And there's some pretty nasty scratches here. Gotta get centered again. But right there, pretty nasty scratches, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. And then we're gonna run this along the edges of the console. You can take out Zelda there. Get it in the charge port a little bit. Not too crazy, but whoop. And there we go. There's a little bit of wet spots on the screen here. I don't know when it stopped recording, but I'm not going to look back. So, yeah. This is it for this video. This is 100% clean and working. I know it probably just cut out mid-sentence when I was cleaning this, but you didn't miss much. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Yeah. If you like this style of content, let me know, because this is probably the direction I will be going for the next foreseeable future, until I care or have time to do editing. And yeah, there's definitely going to be videos in the future. I have a few videos planned. I have a few repairs planned. The repairs will be this style of video. Like this one, it's a simple repair, but literally all I'm going to do is exactly what I do in this video, but yeah, slightly different. But I do have plans for projects that I'm actually working on right now, and those will be actually normal, edited, shorter videos, so look forward to that in the future. But that is it for me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.